for Vectren, and let's check it out, Sinclair Community College.
Thank you, Rob. We'll tell you more about those great people. And the award-winning, multiple award-winning Aeroshell Aerobatic Team is on the takeoff roll. Brought to you this weekend by Rumkey. Waste and recycling, they believe in clean and green. And as the team takes off and gets ready to group up and come back in, Rumkey Waste and Recycling is proud to be the clean and green partner of this, the Vectren-Dayton Air Show, presented by Kroger. It is Rumkey that provides residential and commercial waste and recycling solutions throughout the Miami Valley. Help us keep the air show clean and green by putting litter in its place. And it is Rumkey that brought this great team in. Now, as they go up and regroup, let me tell you about their sponsors on their North American tour. Certainly, they are sponsored by Aeroshell and Aeroshell Lubricants. They're sponsored by Honda Generators, Pico Foods of Gordo, Alabama, Champion Aerospace, Kimmel Aviation Insurance, the Bose Company, Lincoln Welders, Goodyear, Hooker Custom Safety Harnesses, CJ Aviation, Aspen Avionics, Concord Batteries of West Covina, California for reliable batteries in the air, on the ground, and on the water. It is Concord Batteries supplying batteries for the Lockheed C-130, the F-117 Stealth, and civilian aircraft as well. On their sponsors list, thank you to Strong Parachutes, Volado, HD Sunglasses, the Dollar, I should say, HD Sunglasses, ACT-50, Covington, Engines, Repco Replacement, Aircraft Parts, Aces Systems, Whelen Lighting, Mid-Continent Instruments, the Jeppesen Company, WSI In-Flight, L3 Communications, PS Engineering, Skytech, a thank you to Revere Supply, to the Trade-A-Plane Company, to Aircraft Spruce, and JPI Instruments, who along with this weekend joining Rumkey Waste and Recycling, bringing you this team that have been the recipients of the Bill Barber Award for Showmanship presented by World Air Show News and its editor and publishers, and also the Art Show Memorial Showmanship Award. These two awards given to only one individual or one team one time a year for exhibition excellence, showmanship, and imagination in flying, named after Bill Barber, the late Bill Barber, and the late Art Show that exemplify the showmanship that they had. These are some of the most loved guys, and I'll tell you a little bit more about them as they dive down. They call for the smoke on now, and you start to hear the Rumkey rumble as we hit the sound in J Roberts. This first one will be the Diamond Formation. The wing positions and the slot position looking only at the team leader's airplane. The team leader is responsible for smoothing the altitude of the team. 600 horsepower tips that are making that rasping sound. Now the team leader calls for the right turn. Ladies and gentlemen, these are not new spring chicken aircraft. These aircraft were manufactured between 1938 and 1945 in the United States. That means the airplanes that this team is flying are at their youngest 69 years of age and at their oldest 76 years of age. They are 5 this particular configuration. Now, this is the formation barrel roll. It looks easy, but it is difficult because Husky men from the south have both hands on the control stick. All right, the team leader calls for the smoke off and then start a left turn. Now this next particular maneuver we're going to dedicate to all of our veterans. Any veteran in the audience who is in Veterans Heaven, who is still on the earth with us, or still gaining veteran status as we speak, this maneuver is for you. It is the Veterans Downward Bomber Salute. Now get ready for some action as they come in at about 180 miles an hour. Team leader tells them to roll out. That team leader is going ready. As they get across the top, he calls smoke on now. He calls ready, right, and spot on the compass for the Vectren. this is for you. Now we're going to get some action going. We got the two wingmen going high and to your left, high and to your right. That is Brian Reagan and Steve Gustafson. They're going to do the amazing triple cross as they bear down on one another in true dogfight fashion at a closure rate of about 400 miles an hour. Across the top, now they get sight of one another, contact, the double cross across the top, and once more on the bottom side into the... Now they'll proceed away, eyes high and to your right, as the team leader, Mark Henley from Birmingham, Alabama, and Gene McNeely from Daytona Beach, Florida come in. Team leader calls for the smoke on now. This maneuver is dedicated to our volunteers that bring together. It is also as they pull back on the stick and get upside down. We'll watch for them to snap roll this big 5,000-pound airplane. Do not look at the airplanes, look at the smoke. The airplane arc up the sky for our spectators and our volunteers. Give it up for the Aeroshell team. Oh, these guys are on fire today. Now, I want to reintroduce the team to you as they come around. Oh, I love this team. All right, coming back down. As they come in two elements of two, I'll reintroduce the team to you. Bearing down in the lead is the team leader in ship number 1. He is Mark Henley from Birmingham, Alabama. Following him is Gene McNeely from Daytona Beach. Steve Gustafson from Tallulah, Louisiana. Ladies and gentlemen, that's what I like about the South. Well, when you think you've seen it all, you got to watch this next maneuver. Now, the mark of a championship team. The mark of a team that have won both of our showmanship awards. The mark of a team that are so loved in the United States of America. These are humorous guys. They don't take themselves seriously, but they sure take their flying seriously. So they're going to come back in what we call a finger four formation. Now, I want you to do this. Hold your right hand up in front of you. Hide your thumb and look at your fingernails. That's the formation they're going to have. Your index finger will be Steve Gustafson. He's the left wingman. Your freeway finger will be the team leader, Mark Henley. Your ring finger will be Brian Reagan, the right wingman. And your pinky finger will be Gene McNeely, the trail position. At the most difficult time in this turning and diving, you look for the guy off to your right to change from that finger formation into the dive. Look at the airplane on the right, he's on the move, upside down, turning and diving. Give them a big round of applause for that most difficult maneuver. Oh, the team is on fire today. If you don't think they're proud to be in the birthplace of aviation, you are wrong. And they are much in demand all across the United States of America and through the Canadian provinces. And they are brought to you by Rumpke Waste and Recycling here this weekend. All right, coming back in now. Get your cameras ready. This will be the photo pass. As they chip the aircraft up, you see that in that technology that is between 69 and 76 years in its manufacturing birth date. Now, the airplane, people are going to tell you, it went on to be manufactured in Canada well into 1952, and it was used in Korea as a spotter aircraft. It was called the Mosquito. It was the G model, but these were built in the United States of America. By the way, that slot position, that Gene McNeely, he races an airplane different from the one he's flying here. It's race number 90. He races it out at Reno every September at the Reno National Championship Air Races. And we had our 50th year just a couple of years ago. We do that every September. And Gene's out there with his son Greg, and they both race around the pylons with 5 or 6 or 7 other airplanes flying around them in excess of 200 miles an hour. It is exciting, and Gene always does well. We thank Lincoln Welders, Aeroshell, and we also thank Hooker Harnesses and Honda Generators. All right. looping maneuver. Again, all of the trail and the wingman position making constant adjustments on his correction. Mark Henley says, hey, I'm leaving you guys. Then Brian Reagan says, wait for me. Steve says, hey, don't leave me behind. And Gene McNeely way off on your left said, hey, wait up. Back around in formation. You know the part in the Midwest is when the carnivals come to town, when we have the county fairs and the state fairs, and carnivals come in and circuses come in, and the Ferris wheel is always a big part of that. So this is the Ferris wheel loop, a tradition and a salute to summertime fun. And as we were little